Welcome back, everyone. We kicked that asshole T-Rex off the show to go play this time. Don't know what he's doing. No, huge shout out to him for coming on. Where do you guys want to jump to? We had a lot. There's actually I didn't think we were gonna have that much this week, and then we ended up having a lot. There's still some good stuff. I guess we'll start with Path of Exile because you guys were talking to me before the stream, and I wouldn't tell you about it. So we talked about me spending a bunch of money. I bought the most expensive pack over the weekend, which is like $450, I think.
The Katava, yeah.
And then I dropped some more money on some cosmetic stuff after that, and then
Wait, how? But you get like hundreds of dollars with the pack.
It wasn't enough, Go. Here's the thing that's really scary about Path of Exile. They make their in-game currency so foreign and not related. Like, you never really, there's not a very good screen saying like points are this much money, right? That doesn't exist. So it's like, oh, you have 3,900 points. I'm like, oh, it's not that much. In actuality, I think that's like $390 worth of points.
It's 20. A good way to think about it. It's $20 for 200 points. So you can equate 10 points to $1.
Okay. So yeah, it's about $390 ish. And that wasn't enough. And it kind of got reinforced by people like cheering and say like, hey, get some more cases, and made my character look real cool. So that was another. I think I'm like 600 or 700 in now, which is kind of ridiculous. But for me, the game, I thought I was done. I thought it was good. I remade a character, and I think I burnt out for that first week playing like 100 hours. I've put in another 100 for sure in the past week, without a doubt. Especially, and I think on this character, it's got 4 days played and change, so almost another 100 hours on a new character. I was telling
How can you even see your sprite? He's just a bright glowing like lightning blob.
Isn't that fucking sick? That looks so fucking cool, man. No, the reason that he glows like that, that's an ability, and it kind of sucks. I didn't know that because like all the stuff that I spent actual money on is just it's gone. Like, it's transparent. But it's you only really look cool if you're sitting in towns, and I don't really do much of that because I just do this. So spending money in the game is pretty pointless, but whatever. But yeah, I ended up getting to Shaper this morning, which I did not anticipate doing till a couple weeks from now. But I ended up picking the right character. Ko was asking me about it. I think this is from yesterday. Let me pull up today's broadcast so you guys can see a little bit of the fight.
The Shaper. Yeah.
Ko, how much of this do you want to be spoiled for you?
It's okay.
Okay.
For me, the more I'm realizing it, like, I'm having a lot of fun with my character. I'm still playing it offline, even though I haven't streamed it for a little bit. But I really don't think I'm going to be able to do Shaper with this character. So I think I'm gonna eventually roll another character, and kind of pick a character for Shaper, kind of like,
Yeah.
with that being the goal. So your character though is pretty much a Shaper killer, right? Like,
this character's pretty much all
builds.
around. The character can pretty much do anything. Only because the build is really good. But yeah, he can killing things. Clear speed is really high. All that other stuff is really good. He kind of sucks in Uber Lab. Uber Lab is another thing that you can do in the game, but it's you can only run it once, and it takes a token that you have to get in game and farm in game. And if you die, you lose that, and you lose everything that you basically obtained, not item wise, but within the dungeon, which leads to stuff unlocking towards the end of the dungeon when you finish it. So, but if you take a couple skill points out of the build, you can make it uber viable. It's just a little bit harder. But anyways, yeah. Let me fast forward to Shaper here. So in order to get to Shaper, first, that's me dying to him. You have to do these guardians here. There's 4 guardians. They're at the very end of the Atlas tree. Atlas trees are maps. They're in the tier 15 maps, I believe. Or no, tier 16, sorry. There's 4 of them. And they're just normal maps. The bosses have some raid mechanics. I died 3 or 4 times to them. They weren't too bad. Some are harder than the others. This is the which one is this? This is the fire. I think this is the Phoenix one. And he's just a normal looking guy that fucking like does a bunch of fire damage and one shots you. Here's the Hydra. Or no, this is the same one. Nope, this is the Hydra. Never mind. The Guardians are kind of whatever. They're not too bad. They're a little pushovery. I was running the maps wipe mapped, so there was no buffs or anything to them. It was just a normal map because I wanted to just get through it. Obviously, you can like buff them up and make them drop higher quality items with them doing more damage and stuff. But I have kind of low HP for this end game stuff, and they do like 7,000 base damage when you get hit by an ability. So if you are buffing that, it's just compounded on like just damage that's not even survivable by
I
any
can't
build.
see it from here. How much HP do you have?
5,300. It's 53, 57. With like 31 life shield, which isn't, or 31 shield, which isn't bad. So yeah, that took about probably hour and a half to kill that stuff. And then I got to Shaper, and this is Shaper. He's in a super unique looking map that's kind of out in the middle of space. For those that don't play Path of Exile, this is kind of the quote end game boss that you can kill. And most builds can't kill him. I guess a lot of builds can kill him, but certain builds are really good at killing him. That was a one shot there that I didn't dodge. There's things that float around there. You have to stay inside that shield. If you go outside the shield, you die immediately. I found that a little bit late. You only get 6 try per map, and it takes a lot of currency to actually get to him. I think I was buying him for like 20 chaos, which is a decent amount of farming. Yeah, and I tried, I think, twice and failed both times, so I've not killed him yet. He's a pain in the ass. Here's the start of another map. But he's got like 3 or 4 phases to him. So you get him down to like half, and then you have to run through another part of the map. And he heals the longer you take. So the faster you get through that, the better. He'll just continually heal. You have to manage a lot of the shit. It's almost like raid bossy from like an MMO or something, where you have to manage the orbs and drop them in certain places on the map, or you can't avoid certain mechanics. Here's me like as he's healing in the background, racing through the rest of the map. So yeah, you just kind of have to learn all that stuff. I went in blind. I didn't want to watch a YouTube video to try to like learn how to do it perfect. But I think I have a decent understanding of it. And I think with a couple more pieces of gear, which I've kind of done off stream today, it should be a little bit easier to kill. So yeah, I don't know. Path of Exile is still a fucking really good game. It turns out. Co, you're still playing a little bit off stream, right?
Yep, still playing. I'm my Ranger's 87, still using my own kind of hybrid tornado shotty build, and yeah, gonna probably stream it at some point over the next few days and do some more map progression stuff, get the tiers up.
Yeah, Zeke, you pretty much quit cold turkey, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I used to not have any off time games. Like I wouldn't have any like off stream games, and now I have too many. I have Destiny, I have Final Fantasy, and I have Path of Exile. And Path of Exile is taking last place at the moment.
Yeah. You saw that stuff they're adding in Final Fantasy, right? For 4.1.
No, what?
They're putting in. They're bringing back Bahamut for like the super ultra hardcore raids. They're putting in Shinra EX, which is another primal. It's the hard mode primal. That's coming back.
Okay.
And then they announced the return to Ivalice, which is Final Fantasy Tactics stuff being brought into the game, which is kind of rumored at. And it showed the two main characters, Ramza and I forget the other person's name. Final Fantasy Tactics fans will kill me for that, but yeah, that stuff's it's coming to Final Fantasy 14. So it's cool. They've already got their first patch out, which is neat. And then they added the yokai stuff in till November, which is obviously the biggest change that they announced because everyone needs that mount.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. But Cod, I want to hear some more. You were telling me you're having different stories, conflicting stories. The other day you were saying XCOM was making you rage, and then this morning you were saying XCOM was fine. It was good. So tell me about the trials and tribulations of XCOM.
Okay, so XCOM has been a real roller coaster for me. It was really rough at the beginning. Actually, so much that I kind of rage restarted. Then it was going really well, and things were good, and I was getting the swing down, and things were going well. And then yesterday, I had just like, oh my lord. I can't think of the English words to properly convey the rage that I felt in the short period of time. The amount of like the roller coaster up to rage in the period of time. There should be some kind of word for that. But basically what happened was there's certain maps where you have to rescue civilians, and there's a certain enemy called a chrysalid. And chrysalids can, and I hadn't fought chrysalids in XCOM 2. I'd fought them in XCOM Enemy Within, and I was like, oh, these guys, yeah, they're kind of mean, right? No problem. Well, what I didn't understand, really, is that they bury into the ground, and then when you get close enough, they, in one turn, pop up and attack you. So here I am having a great time in my little mission. Everything's going fine. I haven't had someone die in my Honest Man playthrough for, like, you know, a good, like, 4 or 5 hours. Things are great. And I'm just moving through this map, and I move up one of my second best healer, right, who I'm working on, and he's awesome. One turn, I move him up. No enemies in sight. 2 of these little pop out of the ground, just walk over, both crit, boom, dead. Then I'm livid. I'm pissed livid. Super pissed. Then one of these chrysalids pops a squat on my buddy's corpse, turns him into a damn egg. So while I'm dealing with this situation, I've got a sniper who is like just completely screwing with the rest of my team while I'm trying to clean up around here. I've got a berserker that I'm dealing with, and I'm not noticing that as I'm dealing with this situation, these chrysalids are off every turn, just like killing a civilian, right?
Yeah.
And like by the time I'm realizing, by the time my rage somewhat subsides, so I no longer see blood in my eyeballs, I'm realizing that every time one of those civilians died, it was turning the civilian into an egg, which then more of them would pop out.
I'm curious. They were killing them off screen, right?
Yes, completely.
Did you not see?
And in some cases twice. I didn't even know they could do that.
And with them killing them off screen, does it not show you the animation of the civilian turning into a chrysalid?
If it did, which it probably does, I totally didn't notice it.
Because that's evil as fuck to not show that.
I completely forgotten. So here I get to the point where I'm like, okay, my guy's dead. Fine, I'll deal with it. This is Honest Man. I just have to accept this. Let me, the sniper guy, I'm somewhat dealing with him. I've at least got that under control. And then I look up in the top left, and I'm like, okay, how many civilians do I have left?
Yeah.
There's like 55 dead civilians. I've saved 1 of 6. There's 5 left alive. I don't have a single one of them on my screen, and it's literally Starship Troopers in the distance.
Yeah, and those guys hurt, man, and they poison. The poison is what fucking sucks.
The only time I've ever evac'd a mission in XCOM, ever. I was just like, there's nothing I can do. Like, the brain bug will be coming out of here any minute. Like, I can't get out there. I can't even see where the civilians are, let alone get to them. Yeah, it was brutal, man. Like,
yeah.
And it was crazy because, and there's so few games that can do this. You go from like a 4+ hour high of like, I'm kicking ass. I somewhat feel like I know what I'm doing. My strategies are playing right. All the cards are falling in the right places. And then you get to a mission like this, and it's just like the whole house of cards falls down in front of you. And you're just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But then you overcome it, and it feels great. And then you get on to the next struggle.
So that was like the low point of this run so far. So then 2 missions later, I run into that special boss again. I run into the beefy ass chemical brute mother special boss.
Oh, the brute lord or whatever, right?
Really rude boss. Like she could AoE stun things around her. Anytime you attacked her, she got a free turn and attack and move. She'd teleport out. Like, she was brutal. Got a couple crits on her, and then got the suit, the rage suit, and that's when it all started clicking. Like, I was like,
the rage suit is awesome.
Look at this thing, right? So I get the rage suit, and then like 2 missions later is when I go after the assassin chosen, and I take her out, and I get her gun and her sword.
Yep.
And it all starts coming together at this point. Then I get the better armor upgrade. Then my Gauss rifle finished up. I'm sitting like, oh yeah. So today, right, I'm just like clearing through maps. Everything's awesome. I killed the warlock chosen. He's gone. I just got his new gun on someone else, and yeah, man, like it's there's definitely challenge hurdles in XCOM, but it feels so good to get over them. And it's been great. I don't want to jinx it. I'm on track to finish my first X-Man playthrough with this run. I've never actually completed like an Iron Man, Honest Man, or those types of things. I've done Bronze Man in XCOM before, but never like an Iron Man style run. And it's been great. It adds a whole different level of tension to the playthrough when you know you can't restart. When you know when you see someone die, that's it for that person. Like gone. You will never see them again.
Yeah,
you have like attachments.
It's been a lot of fun because you're pretty experienced at XCOM. You played a lot of it. I understand the game and played a decent amount of it as well. It's been fun watching Strippin play through because he does not play XCOM, and I eventually, after probably watching him go for about 2 or 3 restarts last week, I just called him live on air and was like, all right, look, you got to stop everything that you're doing and play slower. Because he was like dashing on every turn and like leaving people out of cover and all that stuff. And like just telling him to stop doing that after being on call with him for about an hour. The next day he ended up restarting, and he's like going through the process of learning everything and slowing down and like learning how to play XCOM basically, instead of just like trying to get through as fast as possible. And that's been really fun to watch for sure.
Does he name his soldiers?
Yeah.
How can you name your soldiers and do that to them like that?
What do you mean? Oh, just rush them along? Yeah.
Yeah, just put them out in the open with their asses hanging out in the wind.
Yeah.
Come on, how can you...
He has a lot of deaths.
And now for your characters. Okay, so JP, you were a sharpshooter. You were mostly my covert operative. You led countless covert missions.
You were my covert operator in my...
Yeah, you killed it. However, you have recently transitioned from my main covert operative to kind of like, I don't really use sharpshooters in my core team, so I don't really have like an A sharpshooter, but you're like the top sharpshooter on when my other guys are tired or injured. And you've got like the avatar face mask and all the good armor. I think you have the best Gauss rifle I have right now. And you also use the name pistol.
The shadow,
pistol, which is pretty cool. Yes. And today you had probably one of the more clutch 5% instant kills on a full life enemy that I'd seen in XCOM. I was so pleased. I was like, that's right, JP. You show him. It was good.
There was what was it? I think it was actually Jeff. I thought it was Zeke for a second because you guys were both Reapers in my playthrough. But in my playthrough, Jeff was on Overwatch, and this was the first time that I had seen a gatekeeper in a map. And I wasn't prepared for it. I actually ended up fighting the Berserker boss, I think, in the same map right before. So I was like, I wasn't in a good place mentally. I was pretty worn down.
Those things are real good at pissing you off.
Yeah, and the gatekeeper comes out from the shadows, and I'm just like, oh, because I've played against, I know what they do, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, well, that's like someone's dead, without a doubt. And Jeff's in Overwatch, comes up from cover, and executes it. It just kills in one shot from Overwatch. Like 5% chance to one shot it. And I'm just like, oh. Well, anyways, let's move on. Like, let's just play the game.
Okay.
It was real good. It was real good.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, this guy, Zeke, you are my white-gray ponytail mullet. Got the thing on it here. Got a nice set of specs.
Ooh.
If you could, you'd have a cigar hanging out of your mouth. You got this rough and tumble attitude. You got the vest on and everything. Zeke, you are my strongest psionicist. You have, in many cases, carried my team to victory.
Oh, yeah.
You were the first fully trained psionicist I had. You go in, your hotbar has so many things you can do. There's like 5 things that don't even have hotkeys. Like, there's too much. You're too much for the game to handle. And, dude, it's crazy how strong your character is. I had forgotten how powerful a fully trained psionicist is. They can do everything.
Oh, no, they're the best. I still think they're the strongest.
They have all the tricks.
Dude,
like, at one point, you walk into a room, right? You're in the corner, and 4 enemies break up. And you mind control the hardest guy in the back in the first turn. The second turn, you do a Kamehameha-style beam and just one-shot 2 other guys. And then that spawns another group, which then you do an AoE on and panic half of them because that's one of your passes. It seriously looked like some kind of, like, a literal X-Man, like with mutant powers, just walking through and, like, throwing people against walls and shit.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That sounds like me.
Dude, I still think the psyops are broken. I rush Psylabs because I remember how strong they were. and I got an early Dominate and I got an early Null Lance, which are the two moves you just described. And it's like, you just walk in, it's like, oh, there's an Andromedon. I guess I'll just take that guy over and destroy everyone. Oh, and there's 6 guys lined up. All right, we'll just one-shot them all with Null Lance. And okay, cool. That's the end of the mission. Let's move on.
Dude. I mind controlled an Archon today and just moved them into like the middle of 4 fresh spawned enemies and just did the pylon beam fire down thing.
Yeah.
And like the entire next turn, all of them moved. 2 of them moved out, then back under the pylon things. So they just took damage and wasted their turn, and the other 2 just died next turn to one of them a melee attack from the guy, and then it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
they're great. The cool thing, the real fun stuff, is when you mind control 2 mobs. When you get a mind control off like of a insanity, I guess is the ability that can like has a chance to mind control. And you get 2 mobs. It's like it's so fucking stupid.
Oh,
so
I know,
broken.
dude. And not only that, now that the like AOE they can do has a chance to cast insanity on every person. That's what I was talking about with Zeke. He mind controlled the big guy, and then he fired this AOE, and he like got 2 other guys. And it was freaking crazy.
Yeah, XCOM is pretty good.
The game, even though the game remains difficult, and especially with the brute bosses, I've been told like it doesn't matter how good your team is. Like if a brute boss gets under the right circumstances at the right place in your team, you will have deaths. It doesn't matter how good you are. So the fact that that's there. I kind of like that now every so often I get a mission that like my guys just superhero their way through. Like I know
it feels good
like
when
a lot
you
of people
start
like,
doing that.
oh,
dude.
this difficulty's too low. I'm like, I'm not on the easiest difficulty, and I worked for this power.
Yeah.
Let me.
No, it
enjoy
feels
this.
real good when that shit happens for sure. Have you had any? You said you do a lot of the covert missions. Have you had any covert missions go wrong and they get ambushed? Because those missions suck. Those are the worst missions.
I got really lucky. I've gotten one of those, and it was a mission where I had to run through an infested lost area, which that wasn't too bad. The only issue was that was the first time I ran into the Warlock. So I had the Warlock casting explosive enemies at me while I was trying to run through a lost corridor with 3 people. And that was an interesting run. It ended up, that was actually one of the first times that I just said, you know what? Like, I can't deal with this. I have to run.
Yeah.
Like, there's no sitting still and killing. There's no clearing the area and moving forward. Like, I got to get these dudes out of here. And that's why it ended up working okay. But yeah, that was some real rough times in that.
Yeah, I had the same experience where I fought a little bit, and then eventually I was like, all right, I'm just fucking dashing. I'm just getting to the evac as fast as possible and avoiding all the mobs, because it gets real crazy towards the end. At least for me, it did. When you would load into a map and there's like, it's a 2 person map or 2 like player map, 2 soldier map. That's what I meant to say. And it's like, all right, you got it. There's 4 mechs and like a couple of priests and some stun lancers and the lost. And then maybe we'll throw in some mutons toward the end. And you're just like, well, you can't kill any of that. You just have to fucking run and hope you don't pop any of those pods. And then right when you start, they fucking do one of those landing things right where you're at. So you have to immediately rush off. It gets real crazy, but it's good.
Yeah, I kind of, most of the time, if there's a mission that has a high chance of ambush, I just do it on their mission. Like,
yeah.
It's never worth one of those things, especially if you can lose a soldier from it.
Totally. Well, yeah, we spent a lot of time on XCOM with Richard Hammer, so I'm glad you're having fun with it. The game's stupidly fun. Zeke, are you going to revisit that ever, you think?
Oh, absolutely. No, as soon as Mario plus Rabbids is done, which is hopefully only a few, like couple, 2-3 more hours left, because I'm on the last world. I'm more than halfway through the last world. I'm not sure like how long it's going to take, but as soon as that's done, I'm back to XCOM 2.
Let's talk about that for a bit.
Sure.
Did we talk about Mario X Rabbids last week? We did?
Maybe.
I don't remember last
know.
week's show. I'm forgetful.
You did.
You played it a bit more though. I think you were only in World 1. I think is all we talked about. I cold turkey quit the game. I think it was too slow for me or something. I think actually what happened is I came off the XCOM run, and I jumped into a game that's that's basically XCOM but not. And I was like, this is too. I'm good. I played XCOM a lot.
Oh yeah, because you talked about if Aaron's kid would like it or
That's
could play it
right.
and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Now the difference that I found in this game, like especially recently in the past couple of days, is that the fun has started to come by not playing it anything like XCOM.
Yeah.
Like I've completed like the last, I want to say 3 or 4 kill 'em all missions, or non-reach area missions. Just super gung-ho. Like get in there immediately into the middle of, like if I can get into the middle of the enemies as like on turn 1, I will do that. I go in there and just AoE blasting hammers. Like Yoshi has like this slam thing that does this huge area of effect, and then worry about healing afterwards. And let me tell you, it's become much faster and much more fun because you just go in there and you go fuck it. You just like get like your 2 main damage dealers in there with their huge effects, and then use Mario's power to pump up their damage 20% or however many percent, and then just blast everybody in an area and then kind of clean up what's left. You'll end up doing damage to your own teammates. Yeah. But it's absolutely okay. Like any mission I've ever completed, I've only ever lost one, like got one person knocked out. Actually, no, there was one where I got 2 people knocked out, but that was a mission where you just have to reach the end. So those guys were kind of like sacrificial lambs. They just stayed back while the other person like made it to the finish line or whatever. But and it doesn't hurt so much. Like there's no permadeath. So once you finish a mission, it's just like you lost a guy, you did good. All right, next mission. You got to keep him. You got to keep him though.
Okay.
But I will say that one of the best boss fights I've ever had in any game.
Really?
Is in this game, and it's the Phantom. And the reason why is because it's a boss that sings.
Oh God.
And his opening sequence is so fucking awesome. It's this like opera singer.
Should I show it?
Sings about the thing. Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta find it. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it is.
I'm randomly gonna click and see if I'm that good. Is it earlier or later in this 8-hour broadcast?
Earlier. Earlier than that. Oh, it's not even in this broadcast. It's in the previous broadcast.
Oh God damn it! That's a lose-lose situation. All right, you can't count that against me.
Yeah. No, he's just fantastic. He sings this amazing song about, and the funny thing is like there's not a lot of actual voice acting in this game. It's mostly just text. But this guy is all like voice acted and sung, and he's this awesome opera singer guy.
Huh.
And it's fucking great. It's just a great boss fight. It's a great character. It's just really playful and fantastic.
How I randomly popped into the skill tree stuff. That's a cool looking boss. How like diverse can the characters get? Because I played a little bit and saw like the skill tree stuff, but like, are you changing that stuff on the fly? Are you kind of setting it and forgetting it? What are you doing?
Well, it depends. Like you come across your favorites after a while, and then you have to take. You can change team comp depending on what kind of team you want. There are certain secondary abilities that are fucking phenomenal. Like Rabbid Luigi has this vamp. Like this every character can do this slide ability. Right. Which means you get like a slide into an enemy, and then you get a move afterwards. And some of them have these huge damage numbers, but in particular, Rabbid Luigi has this vamp thing where you hit the enemy for a huge amount of damage, and you get life back from it. So there's certain abilities that are amazing that are not weapon related. In fact, you kind of stop caring about weapon upgrades, more so secondary ability upgrades. Peach has one of the best abilities in the game where it's a team jump heal. So she'll jump off of a teammate, land, and it's an AoE heal. Oh, damn. And the more you pump it up, like I think I have it all the way pumped up, and it's like a 70% heal. Jeez. For anybody who's in range. And I pumped up the heal amount and the area of effect. So she just, if you're at half life, you totally fill back up again with one jump. It's fucking amazing.
Do the mobs do enough damage to where like you can get one shot towards the end?
Okay, you see those guys with the things of the ice on their back?
Yeah, I know those guys suck. I saw those guys or played against those guys.
Those guys are the smasher guys. Those guys can really fuck up your team if you have them. If you try to attack them, they immediately get a free move toward you. So what you do is you figure out that the slide move does not count as an attack. A jump off their head does not count as an attack. So they will not pursue you after those attacks. So you learn to kill those guys with your secondary abilities, and that's how you figure out how powerful secondary abilities are, more so than weapons. And secondary weapons are more useful than primary weapons in a lot of ways, with the remote control, like explosion cars, the guaranteed rocket launcher hits, because rocket launchers will guarantee hits even if someone's in cover because it's an AoE explosion. Guaranteed hits with like grenade ducks. They're grenades shaped like ducks. But like I use the secondary weapons much more effectively than the primary weapons, for sure. Yeah. And especially the hard hitting shit like hammers.
Did you get the amiibo weapons?
I didn't. Fuck. I don't do amiibos. No, I just kind of started skipping over any chest that wasn't right in my path. Or it's gold or silver, because gold or silver are primary or secondary weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot, I remember.
But it's a lot of fun. It's faster. I think that's the reason why what kept me going is that it's a completely different feel from XCOM in that it's just super, like, you can go super gung-ho if you want. And a lot of times you'll survive because you're doing so much fucking damage in the middle of a group of enemies. And cover is not nearly as important as it is in XCOM. Because there's so many enemies later game that just teleport behind you, and like they're ghosts. They go whoop, whoop, and they just pop up behind you and shoot you with 100% accuracy. Or the smashers who don't give a fuck about cover because they walk right up to you and smash your face in. So cover is not nearly as important. Or the support guys who just throw fucking grenades at you. So
I don't think I ever saw those guys.
Cover becomes less of an issue.
How many worlds? I think last week we were saying there was 4, but we weren't sure. Do you know for sure how many worlds there are now? Is there 4?
Yeah.
There is? Okay.
4 worlds with, I think, because some like World 4-3 or whatever has like 2 levels inside of it. So I'm not sure like the breakdown of actually how many missions there are in total. But yeah, 4 worlds is what they have, and I'm like on 4-8 or something.
Cool. How long have you been? What's the game time? Play time? Do you know? What's the Zeke time?
For me, I want to say. I think I'll probably have it done in like 25-30.
Okay.
Something in there.
It's not too bad. What we were thinking last week. So it's probably about 20-25, I would think, maybe a little less. But were you surprised? I'm surprised that you liked it and I fell off early, because I figured I was like all in on this game because I was super excited about E3, and I didn't know if you were super into it at all back then, but you seem really into it now.
No, I wasn't. I thought I'd play it for one session and then quit. But it's so fast, and the levels. It's not like XCOM where you have a lot of management. There's almost no management. Like the only struggle is picking your skills, and once you have the skills you like, you save up for those. You're like, okay, I want this skill is fucking awesome. I'm gonna save up for the upgrade for this particular skill, and you kind of ignore all the other fucking skill tree.
Okay.
So there's not a lot of management. You jump into fights. It's fight, fight, puzzle, fight, puzzle, fight. It's really just super fast paced.
Did you do any of the challenge modes, by the way? Or the challenge?
I did a couple. I did a couple of the first level challenges, and I can see how they're gonna get fucking tough. Because even the third challenge, I had to like kind of puzzle over like, how the fuck am I gonna get? And it ended up being like, I have to get this guy to actually hit me in order to complete this, you know, I don't want to spoil any challenges, but I have to get this guy to hit me to complete this thing, and it's totally counterintuitive because you're like, I should be able to jump over and do the nope. So it's the challenges I look forward to playing like that's probably what I'll be playing when I'm like traveling or
Traveling,
whatever.
yeah.
Seems like challenges and stuff.
Yeah, that would be like a good thing to jump into on the plane. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
But I totally recommend it. Like people have asked me, is this game worth buying a Switch for? And I don't think any game is worth buying a Switch or buying a console for.
Oh, okay.
Not one game, but if there are, I would say if there are 3 solid games for a console, then I would say think about buying it. And it has Breath of the Wild, which is great for a lot of people. It didn't really grab me, but it's like a ton of people say it's great. Mario plus Rabbids is fucking awesome. I love it. And then Odyssey is coming, and the new Metroid is coming. So there's going to be a lot of games for the Switch. So maybe wait until 3 or 4 of them you're going to play for a long time. But I'm already 24 hours in to my, Switch, and I didn't think I was ever going to buy it.
Yeah. Something
or
else.
Splatoon is not something I play, but a lot of people love it.
Yeah, people seem to like that game. I'm not really super interested in it, but there were good reviews for that for sure. But yeah, you're the second person today to bring up Odyssey. Earlier, I looked up the release date for that. That comes out on the 28th or the 27th, which is a Friday, and I think the next day there's going to be a Roleplay Live episode. So I can't play it till like the next week. I'm really bummed about that because that's like the one game that I've been super stoked for. There's not really much else out that I'm like super, super, super hyped for later this year.
27th of this month?
Of October.
October, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. The whole year?
Yeah, like Shadow of Mordor, I'm kind of like meh.
Shadow of Mordor.
Meh.
The new South Park.
It's going to be probably
People
like South Park
2.
1. Nah. I'll probably
The
won't
new
play it.
Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein
Ruiner?
probably play. I don't even know what Ruiner is. What is Ruiner?
Okay. Cuphead? I'm
Cuphead I'll
looking at my
play.
calendar. I have a calendar
Man,
with all the games.
That's funny
on
that
it.
he names like triple A's and you name indies. That's great. There was a lot of controversy about Cuphead this week. I don't know if you guys saw that with the...
What?
There was I forgot what publication it was, but he recorded a video of him playing it at Gamescom. And it was like a video game journalist. And like he was just fucking abysmal at the game or something like that. So this whole debate, like should reviewers be good at games, got brought up again. And there's just a ton of controversy. Like this guy's really bad at games.
Now hold on, is he like pooping on Cuphead for being too hard?
No.
Like...
It was just a video of him sucking at Cuphead. And it like sparked this whole controversy again. It's kind of a big deal right now. We don't have to get into it because I don't know too much about it. So it'll be one of those cases where I'm just like, well, I think it's saying, but I'll read up on it.
JP, another game that I'm kind of surprised you weren't somewhat hyped for, since out of us 3, I'd say you've probably been most hyped about this franchise in the past. No hype for AC Origins?
I'm on the fence, man. Like the whole fucking like arrow tracking thing was real weird. And it kind of like...
Did that really just kill it?
Yeah, like the arrow tracking thing like kind of killed... Oh, man. It's just weird. And they allude to it in like the launch or the cinematic story trailer or something like that. It looks really... I don't know. I hope that game is good. But am I hyped for it? I'll probably play it. And all those games you listed, I'll probably play them. But I'm not like... foaming at the mouth.
But I'm not gonna like it.
Well, it's not that. It's just I know what I'm a fan of, and I know what I will super be into, and I probably won't super be into those games, but I'll definitely check them out. And I hope I'm pleasantly surprised.
See, I'm in the opposite boat, man. I can't wait for every single one of those titles that I named.
Yeah.
Like I'm super jazzed.
October's
I'm probably 100% run of almost all those.
October's going to be busy as fuck for you then. There's like 3
and
weeks.
2's at the end too.
Yeah. That comes out the same week as Mario Odyssey, actually.
And they bumped back Subnautica's full release to then. I mean, man.
I didn't know that. Is that launching?
It's going to be a rough month. I've already put in notice with my wife. I'm like, expect long streams like every day.
Nice. Why don't you talk to me about Darkwood a little bit? I'll bring up the VOD. You were kind of ranting and raving about this game.
I was. Okay, Darkwood let me set the stage a little bit. I played Darkwood when it came out a long time ago. It was weird. It was buggy. It was pretty surface level, and it was okay. And I remember thinking when I played it before, like, yeah, I'll check out this game at another time. We'll give it some time to cook. So it came out a couple weeks ago for the full release. Another success story from early access, which is awesome. And I wanted to revisit it. So I went back into it kind of excited to check it out again. What I didn't expect is how much I was going to just fall in love with the game. It is one of those games that if you can get invested and get into, you will get hours and hours and hours and hours of real good survival gameplay out of it. It is a brutal, unforgiving, top-down, base-centric survival game. You have to survive every night through a bunch of random events that the game throws at you, some nights which are just scarily uneventful, other nights that are just completely screw your world up with cheap things happening to you, things that you've never seen before, special events. And then the map and the world itself is also pretty just, it's a very strange game. And the world and the lore and the setting are all kind of this twisted, dark horror style where you're never quite sure what's going on. You don't even quite understand what your role is in the whole thing. You're kind of following loose threads that you don't know where they lead. And it's awesome. The characters you meet are creepy and weird. The dialogue is extremely well written, with just all sorts of just weird ass references. There's gotchas all over the place where, like, if you do this, then you'll see this kind of happen later, and you'll be like, oh, that's because I did this and this, in a really well done way. The ending is more Fallout than Fallout 4. Like, it's just a great fun game. I paid $15 for it, and I think I ended up getting over 30 hours out of it by the time I was done. Wow. And I thoroughly enjoyed all of it. And it's definitely one of those games where you wrap it up and you're just kind of looking at the screen like, what just happened? Like, you're trying to discern everything you've learned throughout the game. You're trying to add pieces together. Chat is going crazy, trying to connect the dots that are kind of, you can see all the puzzle pieces in front of you, but you don't know what the picture on the puzzle looks like, so you're not even sure where they all go. So it was really cool, man. It was really cool. And it only got better towards the end, which was really fun too.
What type of horror? Is it like Lovecraftian horror? Is it like just fucked up horror? Like, where would you label it? How would you label it?
It is a dark, it's not Cthulhian in the terms of like like tentacle monsters and stuff, but it's more of like there is something drastically wrong with this world. Oh. And you don't know what it is. Like the trees and stuff, like, just randomly grab people and pull them into them. There's like this white goo all over the place. You don't know what it is. All the creatures and a lot of the things you fight are just like horrific amalgamation of limbs, and you don't know why. And every so often you'll find an NPC and you talk to them, where you kind of get this zoomed in picture of Chad is saying it's Lovecraftian, but it's similar. It's similar to Lovecraftian, but I wouldn't quite put it there. It's kind of like a hybrid between.
Man, I gotta tell you, I'm so sick of that fucking adjective.
Yeah, that's kind of why
everything is not fucking Lovecraft, guys. Come on.
Oh,
yeah. But I mean, in this case, to be fair, the themes are kind of similar, but the specifics are different. If that's kind of the best way I could say it in terms of that. But needless to say, it's dark. They do not hold back on the gore. It is very like, think kind of like almost kind of like a little acid trippy. I mean, it is by a company called Acid Wizards. So, like there's people, that are like part animal and they never really tell you why. There's other people that just are like horrifically deformed and you don't really know why. And everyone has something going on up here. And, it's just weird. It's dark and weird. And I love that kind of stuff. So every time I met a new character, I talk to them and read everything they had to say, and and it was a really fun experience. I'm looking forward to them adding more stuff to this game. Also, something that's really cool is this game gives you a lot of decisions. there's a major decision at one point where you have to decide, am I going to go with this guy or this guy? And I went with one of the guys, and a bunch of dominoes fell over that I could tell were directly related to me picking him. And it made me wonder the whole time, like, what if I would have done it this other way? And then when you finish a game in kind of a classic Fallout style, it gives you a rundown of everything you've done in the game and like the effects that it had on the world and kind of what those characters did. And all of those were kind of based on the decisions I made. And then there's multiple endings, and some of the ways you get to them are pretty weird. And one of them opens up this entire side of the world that you're just like, wait, is this the answer to all the questions, or is this another question? Like it's deep. It's a pretty deep and fun game. And if you're a survival fan, I definitely recommend it. In terms of like the horror aspects, it's mostly the world and setting. There are a few jump scares every now and then. And by jump scares, I mean, just things happening really quick you're not expecting. But, they're not going to like throw a splash screen over the face of, like of a small girl, like in The Ring or something, to try to scare you. They don't do any of that kind of stuff. But there's just a whole lot of, you go around a corner and there's like two dudes with guns, sitting there, and one of them throws their arm at you, and, just random stuff like that kind of happens relatively frequently. And the game, as you can kind of see by the screenshot, you can only, like, wherever you're looking, there's a light and it shows you everything that's there. But wherever you're not looking, it basically freezes time. So if you're running from something, if you turn around and it's right there, and then you turn the other direction to run from it, you can no longer see it. So you get this kind of like, you're running from a creature and you have no idea if it's behind you. You can hear its footsteps and stuff, and you don't know if they're getting closer or further. And if you turn around, it slows you down enough to get hit, and that might kill you, because it only takes a few hits to kill you. And yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Very much recommend it.
What was I just saw a prompt for like repair door. Do you have to like set ambushes or something, or what's the?
Well, there's the theme is that there's this oven system that's in these particular things called hideouts, and for some reason these ovens pump this gas throughout this house that makes it so whatever this weird spirit energy demon thing that comes at night can't get into the hideout. However, so that basically means you have to be at a hideout at night. However, when night comes, it warns you, and you have to get to your house. You have to make sure your generator has enough fuel. You have to power up your generator, and then each hideout has like a there's doorways that you have to repair. They can break the door out completely. Then once you repair the doorway, you can barricade the door. There's also windows enemies can jump through. You can barricade those as well. You can put down fuel and make your own traps. You can put down broken glass, bear traps, chain traps, all sorts of stuff. And basically it becomes, I don't want to call it a tower defense thing, but it basically becomes like defend yourself at night. And there's all sorts of random events that can happen throughout the night. There's, lights can go out and apparitions can attack you. All the different types of enemies can randomly spawn around your house and try to break in your barriers and kill you. Enemies can tunnel in to your place. They'll come in through the floorboards. Sometimes random bugs spawn all over the place. Sometimes blood just starts coming out of the walls. There's just it's almost FTL-y, where it's just like anything can happen throughout the night, any night. So you're kind of sitting in this house. There's this really creepy ambient music going on. All of a sudden, the house starts shaking and the lights start flashing. Then all the lights go out but one. So you have to like truck your ass through there while you hear enemies scratching on the walls. Someone's knocking on your door the whole time. And you're just sitting here like, what is going on?
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
So it's cool. Like I said, it's very much about the setting and the mood, and that was one of the reasons I loved it. There's so few games that really focus on that, and this is one of them.
Huh. Zeke, do you sell you? I mean, you sounded pretty much already sold, but you hype now? You can't even talk. He's just coughing it up. The hype is just in his chest. He's got to get it out.
God damn it. I tried to talk and I choked on my own spit. No, I bought this game before I knew Cohh was playing it. And because it looked, it was on my radar, and people had suggested it to me. And it just hit at the wrong time as far as like game releases go. It's on my list, and it's been on my list, but things keep bumping it back, like XCOM and Mario and that shit. But it's definitely like third on the list right now.
I like the upside down cross just there. Is it religious in that sense, or is that just a random?
Now that particular one is actually the front of a church that fell down.
Right. From the
So-
top down, it just looks upside down.
But there are a lot of connotations all over the place. There's
Okay.
some religious connotation. There's societal connotation. This actually it was, I believe, made by a Polish company. So there's a whole lot of stuff in here. Like, and that's another side of the game that I'm sure there were lots of hints to me understanding why, but there's a whole bunch of references to like the military and there's all these notes and like lore items you can find in the game that are some of them are in, I think, Polish. So yeah, there's a lot. I'm sure I missed a whole bunch in this game. Like, and you can very, very much tell that they sprinkled stuff all over the place to kind of give you hints at a bigger picture. I never found the bigger picture, but I'm sure other people will be able to.
I want to say that I read something about these devs released this game on the Pirate Bay or something like that so that they wouldn't go
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Do you know? Can you explain that or talk about
They
that?
basically they just kind of said, hey, we're releasing our game. We really appreciate people that buy it. If you feel it's good enough, if you've beaten it and you feel it's good enough to buy it, we'd love if you do that. And also, by the way, we've put the official version of the game without DRM on Pirate Bay for anyone that wants to play it. And they basically kind of slid in there, and I really like this. They were basically like, look, here's the deal. If you are very low on money and you don't want to give money to us unless you're sure it's good, play it first. And then if you like it, buy it.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. I
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
good
That
publicity too.
made me want to buy 2 copies.
Yeah. Right. Right.
That's a badass way to do it.
Totally, completely random side note, but we brought up Pirate Bay. I read today that this season of Game of Thrones was pirated 1 billion times. It was about 120 million downloads an episode. That's fucking insane. that's absolutely insane that 1 billion views were just gone from people pirating. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. How much is Darkwood, by the way? I think you said this
I
already.
believe it's $15.
$15 on Steam, preferred probably. Is that where you got it from? Okay.
Yep. And worth every penny if you like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I will say this though. I'm kind of gushing about the game because I just spent 30 hours in it and I love it. Watch some of my VODs on YouTube before you run out and buy it. Because it's one of those games that you kind of get excited about when you're done, but playing it is kind of a different story. It's stressful, it's dark, it's you're always worried about dying and what's going on, and so definitely watch some of the VODs and make sure it's the kind of game you'd want to get into.
Makes sense. It does look a little bit
It's unique.
I wouldn't say slow. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, it is slow. There's
Okay.
no question, but that's part of it. That's part of the setting. Like if it were any faster, it wouldn't really work. So
Makes sense. Zeke, what about you? What else have you been playing besides the Mario Rabbids? Should we do some indie stuff?
Well, that's up to you.
I mean, we could jump into it. You have a lot though, so we're gonna have to kind of rapid fire them.
That's okay. A lot
That's
of them
45 minutes
a lot of
of
them
Zeke's,
don't
man.
need
Let's
a
do
lot
it.
of talking.
Okay. Let's start with the one that I told you to play, Icy. Is it worth talking about?
I see. Okay.
The Chinese developed Symphony of the
yeah.
Night game?
Yeah, I got about 4 hours in this game. And it definitely has some fourth wall elements to it for sure. It has the developer or the narrator or the voice of God like is telling you like and as Icy traveled, she went exactly the direction of the arrow that was pointing, and then the arrow, you go the other direction, and he goes, well, I guess that's not what she did, and she went the other way, even though it was obvious the direct route was this way. And there's shit like that in that for sure. The gameplay is fun. It's very fast, actiony, 2D. Great stuff. Nothing overly complicated. Once you learn the most powerful ways to attack, it's kind of rinse, repeat kind of stuff. But the main stuff comes in with the weirdness that you don't expect and you don't see coming. Like you'll walk into a room and I don't want to like say too much, but you'll walk into a room and there'll be a fucking phone call. And you'll hear the fucking narrator answer this phone call and talk to somebody. And it's just so it's random. There's absurdness to it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, the game. Oh shit! Is this still the same game? You're playing a different.
It is.
Oh,
this
okay.
game is in the game because the narrator got frustrated with me. It's like, all right, you don't want to play this game? Well, fucking how about this game? Want to play this one instead? Here you go. Play this one for a little bit. And you're not. The thing is, it's really difficult. You're not like you're not supposed to beat it because it's very like jump puzzle hard, one shot kill kind of stuff. And you have a time limit as well. So, the first time through, he said, "Yeah, see, how do you like that? Not very fucking easy, was it? Now can we go back to the other game? And then if you beat it, something else happens." He says some other shit to you.
Did you finish the game? Like what?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got to an ending.
Oh, okay. There's multiple.
I'll say. I don't know.
Yeah, the only reason someone recommended this game to me because I forgot what I think I was talking.
And this is a real game, by the way.
Oh no, yeah. This, it's a full platformer.
No, I mean this game in the jump puzzle game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean
The game with.
it looks, yeah.
Yeah, the game within a game is actually. I think it's actually a game you can buy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Let's see.
What else you got?
I got 27 out of 34 achievements. So there's quite a few achievements that I missed out on. Just little Easter eggy things. One of them is like, and this is the kind of game it is. One of the achievements is learn the name of God. And that's one of the achievements. And I have no idea what that means. None. So there's a lot of mysterious, fourth wall stuff. It's great. I had a lot of fun playing it. How much was it? It is.
I want to say like 20 or so. I don't know.
$11 right now.
Never mind. Oh, is it on sale?
Nope.
Oh wow.
It's $11 right now. Yep. $11. No sale. Yeah. I'd say it's worth. I played it for 4 hours and had a great time. I'd say it's worth $11.
Let's see. Trying to see where we want to go. I'm just gonna load up your Indie Sunday from the 27th, and we'll go game by game here.
Okay.
What's this?
I don't think I wrote a review for this. I've been, now that like people have told me like you should be a curator or whatever, I've started writing reviews for most of the indie games I play.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think I wrote one for
Icy. Share your curator link or whatever in the chat so people can check those out. Because you play more indie games than anyone I know. So.
Yeah, well, I think I give a chance to ones that might be shitty.
Hey, someone's got to do it.
More the thing.
What is this that we're looking at here? This game. I have no idea what this is.
This game was really cool. This game is called, I believe, this one is Subsurface Circular. Subsurface Circular is the name of the game. And my review of it was, this is my first line of my review is read it all in caps. Read the message to streamers/YouTubers on the title page. Played for about an hour, really enjoyed where the story was going. I'm going to finish it on my own off-stream. Great writing and music. When you boot this game up, you'll see right there. It's okay. If you go back and pause for a second
right
on
here?
The title screen, you just had it.
Oh, okay.
There, right there. And it says, streamers/YouTubers. And if you read that, it says, hey, thanks for buying Subsurface Circular. If you're playing this game, or if you're a streamer, YouTuber, and you bought this game and you plan on streaming it and playing it, thank you very much. While you have the right to stream it, we are fully okay with that. We would ask that you only stream it up to this point. Now, this is a request, not a demand, because it's all part of the story. Is this? You are a robot on a train, and you are a detective. There's different like terms for what you are, but that's basically what you are. You're a robot detective, and you're trying to figure out mysteries. People have gone missing. Things have been happening in the world, and that kind of stuff. But you're on this train, and you're interviewing other robots. Certain robots for certain jobs. Like this robot does this. This robot is a listener. This robot is a sports robot. Like you talk to him and all he says is drink elite sports drink. It's the best. It'll refresh you, and shit like that. It's not voice acted. It's all text. But they did ask. I thought it was cool that they requested that you only play up till the third.
Jeez, my voice.
Are they requesting that you don't spoil the ending?
Yeah, they're requesting you. That's what they say. We would request, if it was possible, that you don't play all the way through this, because half the fun is figuring out where the story is going. And then they say like, while you can do that, it's fine. We ask that you don't. And I said, all right, I won't. And I think I played it for about an hour.
And it was good?
Took me about an hour. Yeah, it was really intriguing. It's this kind of futuristic place where you just you play as a robot that is like a detective, and you ask these other robots things. And I can say whatever because I didn't really get very far. One of the things you have to do is you talk to one robot, and he's like, "Drink Elite, it's great," blah blah blah. And then you talk to another robot. And this robot tells you that certain robots have these key phrases that you can say to wipe out their current programming, so you can actually talk to the AI inside of the robot. So you suss out this code, you say it to the elite, the elite sports drink robot, and he goes, "Oh, thank you very much. It's good to get that, because it's good to have some calm in my circuits for a while," or whatever. And then you can actually have a conversation, and then he asks you to, now, can you change me? Can you put me back to what I was before? It was nice to have a rest, but I have a job to do.
Weird.
I know, it's really cool. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad I didn't, I'm glad they put that in there, because I don't think they would have got pissed if I would have spoiled it, but, I'll comply.
It's a nice.
Okay, they asked me nicely.
Admit,
it's a nice way to
wish
approach
they
it.
bumped that decision down a level.
What do you mean?
I don't like that they're not asking streamers to stream the big part of their game. I don't like that, because a lot of times one of the reasons you're watching a game and not playing it yourself is because you want to see how your streamer that you're watching is going to react to everything. So it seems kind of weird to be like, hey, if you could please turn off the stream at the points that you're really going to be surprised and things are going to be cool, that's fine. I don't like that. But what I do like is the fact that they, first of all, they're asking, which is totally cool. They're not pulling an Atlas or anything.
That's what
But
I was
I
about
think
to
that
say.
they should have bumped that down a level. I don't think they should have been asking streamers to not stream it. I think they should have asked streamers to let their audience know at a certain point what that message is that they wanted to convey. So I think, for instance, like whatever point they're talking about, like please don't stream past this point, the message should have popped up on the stream or the screen. Like, hey, are you a streamer? Real quick, if you're watching this stream and you want to experience this very cool ending for yourself, you should probably play this game off stream for now. Another thing that also seems weird to me is if
here. Let me. So I'm not paraphrasing. I have the whole thing right here. It's pretty short. Hi, thanks for picking up Subsurface Circular. And if you're reading this or considering sharing the game with your community, that's cool. That's very cool. I wanted to write a short request though. Could you only stream the first three sequences? Our game is heavily story driven with twists and turns that we think will surprise players. We hope the choices and conversational threads that you can't see in one sitting will give your audience a reason to try the game for themselves. But we're a bit worried that their experience may be spoiled by seeing later sequences in your stream or video. We're not going to make demands like other developers. If you do decide to stream past that point, that's fine too. It'd be cool if you included a spoilers warning for your audience. Thanks for taking the time to read this, and thanks for sharing our game with your community. That's the whole thing.
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
As long as
the other side of it that's a little bit weird is if you don't have the money to buy the game and you're watching a streamer stream it, don't you think it'd be kind of lame if the streamer you're watching just streamed like up to the ending and then not the ending, and then you're like, wait, so now if I want to see the ending, I have to go buy the game instead of just, like.
I can see that.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not playing the. I'm kind of playing the devil's advocate here. Like, I'm totally cool with the devs doing that. They can ask whatever they want, and he's being super chill about it. Like, I'm not. That's totally cool by the dev. I'm just kind of thinking about it from like all the different perspectives that people would be watching this.
Well, and also bear in mind the game is $6. It's not super duper expensive. It's $6 total, not even on sale. So I mean, it seems like something that if you wanted to finish a game, I mean, I think $6 is reasonable.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, as long as they're not DMCAing people, then I think that's probably a fine way to ask. I think that's maybe I'm weird, but I feel like that's just stated by what?
Loved your fucking comment.
Oh, what did I go say?
Burn him!
Sometimes people in chat are just so goddamn dumb. I'm sorry. Okay. Just like, oh God, can you believe this streamer guy? Oh my God. Just ugh. Facepalm. Ugh.
Well, yeah. I feel like what
I'm so entitled.
I feel like what he said, at least for me, is
only there was a show about streaming that we could talk about this on.
I feel like
this is supposed to be an echo chamber.
Man, I feel like I would like to talk. You know what I'm saying? For fuck's sake, I'm not even going to say my point now.
Go ahead, JP.
No, I'm good. It doesn't matter.
Fuck you then.
Yeah. It's $6, you said, on Steam?
Yeah, $6, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. How long did it take you to get to the point of no return?
It says 65 minutes, so about an hour to get to the third. And you see in the image there?
Yeah. Wait, where? Where do you want me to look?
The train, like the train map?
Yeah.
I think that's how many there are.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So it took me an hour to get through 3. So I think the game in toto probably would take, I want to say like 12 maybe? I haven't fucking no idea.
Yeah. It looks cool. I like the whatever I guess the aesthetic, the engine, whatever. It looks really cool. The robots, how they're modeled and stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Is the game just this though? Just a bunch of like talking, decision making back and forth?
Yeah, it's very text based. It's totally text based. It's just the things they say to each other. And I obviously had a good time voicing the characters with the voice changer robot shit. I had a blast giving them different personalities and whatnot. And I think you'd like one of them. One of them was an old timer robot. He'd been around for a few years, yeah. And I gave him a very Wilbur-esque kind of a voice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. I have no idea what this next game is.
Okay.
You didn't spend. What the fuck is this? Do you have a name for this?
Yes, this game is called Behind These Eyes, I believe. Is that it? Or is it?
I don't know. Looks like a cityscape with magic. I don't know.
I believe that's this game. Yeah, Behind These Eyes, I believe is what it is. Has the thimbles? Yeah? No? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I'll skip ahead.
Is that
pretty
realistic or kind of cartoony? It's hard to tell. Is that like
No. It's realistic. It's just one of my huge complaints about any game that relies on darkness. It's fine. I get it. We all get it. We all know that darkness is part of the game, and you're supposed to be in the dark. Now, there's a difference between being dark and being too dark. I had to go into my fucking NVIDIA gamut settings and fucking go from there. And I said this, and I'll say it right now, since there's more people watching right now. If you're going to make a game that relies on darkness, that's fine. But have a fucking gamma slider, because not everybody's goddamn monitors are set the same. All right? Have a slider for that, please. And if they want to enjoy it in full light, fucking let them.
Is it?
Whatever. But anyway, that's a complaint for a generalized complaint. This game is just a lot of wandering around. It's really indie. You find these symbols and you try to unlock this shit, and you're being chased or you're being talked to. It's semi creepy. It's nothing super exciting. I'm pretty sure I did a fucking informational thing because I don't like shitting on any game that's super cheap.
What? Do you go to hell? I skipped ahead and now you're in a different plane of existence or something.
Yeah, this is part of it. This is part of it. You find these symbols, you open a door, you go to this underground place.
Huh.
Yeah. How long was the playing of that?
All right, you're ending.
No, that's a different thing. Different game.
Oh, is it? That's in the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
Twitch is
let's see. I don't know. The game seemed like it was only 20 minutes long. I wanted more because it seemed like a good idea, but it was poorly executed. I can't justify $3 for it because it's like 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you're just right there.
But the next game, though, gets a big thumbs up from me. That one you were with the big text on it.
Wait, is this the same game?
Yep, it is. It is. It's funny, but it is.
Okay. What the fuck is this?
This game is called Catharsis with a K. Katharsis. Catharsis. Intriguing and enigmatic with Stanley Parable-esque feeling without the narration. The puzzles are pretty well designed with nothing too frustrating. Humor is also a big plus. Would write more, but no spoilers. This game takes a very big page out of a kind of Stanley Parable kind of a thing where shit gets weird and they kind of do societal messages through the gameplay and stuff. Like, this is like a war simulator and you have to raise your triangle flag and this tank is going to blow you up and then it does stuff like that. It goes boom. So you got blown up and you have to get up. But if you fast forward a little bit.
All right. Through the power of... Anyways.
Yep.
You get a straw poll.
You get a straw poll, yep.
What is that?
And then it's a completely different game. You're in this kind of like hospitally looking maze kind of a thing.
It's Metal Gear Solid 5 all over again.
Oh, totally.
What? So, a lot of jumping
it's
around. Is it worth it?
It is. It's really fun. It's if you like your brain tickled. I don't know if that's a proper word. I don't know if that's a proper word to use, but
toyed with?
It has a lot of like different like mysterious messages. You'll be out like this is a part where it's a maze. You have to figure out how to get out of here, and there's a reason why you're in this maze and why it's like kind of looping on itself, and then you have to figure out how to actually get through it and stuff. So there's like a walking puzzle element to it, and then you're in a desert and a giant fucking iPhone falls in front of you with text messages. Yeah, it's existential. I don't know if that's the right word. Absurd. It's cool. I really enjoyed it because it's super different and it didn't. The gameplay was good enough to make me not hate myself. Like you're walking out here and it's like, oh, if they fucking make me walk forever, I'm gonna be so pissed. But it's just they time it just long enough where you're like, all right, this is enough, and then there's something in your face. There it is.
Well, before that iPhone, I was getting some EverQuest vibes just walking in a desert years ago. Didn't have much going on. I don't want to show too much. It seems like it's a little bit spoiler heavy. So, what?
Yeah, and it's not super long either. I don't think it's Let me see here. Catharsis. I think I played it for an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. And
I think there's different things you can do and different ways to end the game. It's $5. I'd say it's worth the $5 for the experience of it. It changes pace so often and has so many different things to it. That's great. This game.
Yeah, I skipped ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, this game.
What is this called?
Oh, what did you just do to that poor guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
This game. No.
Apologize, Zeke.
No, listen. This game is so weird and bad and good, or weird and bad. It's good.
Is he space punching you?
What's the name of this? We need a name.
It's called Far Space.
One word?
Yep. No. 2 words.
Okay.
Far Space. It's 99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
It's a $1 game, and I will tell you this. Let me see. Find my fucking review of it.
I feel like I'm watching a game inspired by Gang Beast. Oh, Jesus. Death.
Okay. Disclaimer. This game is super short and ridiculous. I'm recommending it for 2 reasons. 1, it's under $1. 2, the English VO voiceover is so bad, it's hilarious. Do not play alone. You'll want to share the absurdity. let me just give you like a basic kind of feel for it. The voiceover is really slow, and the some of the dialogue is like, "No, you're gonna kill me. I have to escape." And it's like they did it on purpose. They made it sound so fucking bad and ridiculous. I laughed so fucking hard playing this game, and it was only like, I want to say like 20 minutes tops, but it was worth it. Oh no, I played it. Oh no, I played it for 2 hours because I left it running in the background so I could get all the achievements. I think four of the achievements are just being in the game for a set amount of time.
Nice.
So I just left it running in the background to get the achievements, but I think it's only like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
but the voiceover is just so fucking ridiculous. I would love to watch either of you play this.
Someone
for
in
20
chat
minutes.
asked, is this supposed to be in VR? Or is this
Maybe.
just the perspective of how it was? Huh. Seeing like the hand things.
It's like,
and the...
give you the choice of like, let's touch the fire or the exposed wires of the switch. And of course, I picked the wires first. And he says something like, "Well, I'm going to fix this." And you fucking die.
What the fuck?
It's worth it just for the hilarity. It's $1. I had a blast.
Huh.
And like I said, don't do it alone.
Okay.
Have someone with you or chat or something. It was the best dollar I've spent in a while.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
Zeke, what have you done?
This is just I honestly got this. This is LESFLEURSWORD. So Le Fleur Sword. I'm guessing it's French, but it's a text-based game. It's not RPG. It's text-based. And the reason why I got it is because of the English. And the English, like, seriously, for the first 15 minutes, is some of the fucking, like,
It's just good.
best English I've had. It's so fucking good. And then then they start correcting it, and it starts becoming proper grammar and use of words, and then I got bored and stopped playing. Yeah. I do not recommend this game. It's terrible. It's fucking awful.
We'd better be more concentrated.
Yeah, this looks like an RPG Maker type game, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta, there's some, like, this is the beginning of it, so you're right in the good stuff. I tried my best to answer while moving ahead at the direction of backing to the city.
Nice.
What?
Yeah. And it's like this for like 10 minutes. It's so good. Such good stuff. There's such bad translation. But then it starts getting good, and you're like, oh, now I'm bored.
Yeah, okay. How much is Le Fleur Sword?
Like Fleur Sword. LESFLEUR. So like the flower sword.
Le
Le Sword.
Le Fistra.
Le Sword.
It's $2.
$2. RPG Maker. How does RPG Maker licensing work? Can you license out a game that you make in RPG Maker?
No idea.
Seems like one of those games that's just put on Steam because it was like a school project, and they're like, hey, I could make some money off this. Someone's going to buy this, and enter Zeke.
Well, I mean, I buy a lot of these things for the novelty because I looked at the reviews.
Yeah,
And
they were good?
The review said like, no, most of them are bad, but most of the first sentences of the reviews were, the English translation is so fucking bad, I could still sort of understand what they were saying. Suddenly a knight is running here. Apparently he is not on my team members. Wondering what the hell was going on, I saw him coming to me panting. Oh God, it's just, okay. I just want to read it again.
Not mine.
Not mine. What's the matter?
What?
It's Commander Artorias asks you to go to his room.
Hey, Artorias. This is Dark Souls spinoff, isn't it?
Yep.
It's the prequel to explain Artorias. I'm moving ahead to Victorum. What is
Victorum. Which one is
God.
this?
This looks like a early Xbox
Oh, this game. This game was. I wanted it to be better than it was.
It reminds
I
me of
didn't really-
God damn it. Overseer? Was that a game? There was some game.
I don't know.
You don't mean Overlord with the minions, do you?
Maybe. Yeah.
That game was awesome.
I think that.
Yeah, this game is you play a wizard and you have these spells and you cast them and you can like break shit and you're just throwing spells at buildings and the buildings fall down and you're supposed to proceed through the story and there's some lore and shit, but past the initial like gimmick of the game, I couldn't get into any of it. I don't have a lot to say about this. It's something that I thought I would like more than I did, but it's basically running around throwing spells and blowing shit up and blowing enemies up and stuff like that, but not a lot of meat to it. It's got some sizzle but no steak.
Huh. All right, I mean we could skip it. What is that? It's like a weird crafting spell menu or something. Oh no, you're enchanting your boots.
Yep.
You made purple boots.
I made some purple boots.
Huh. Is this single player or is this supposed to be multiplayer?
I'm not sure.
Okay. JP's like, wait, there's rare loot.
Well, no, I'm just curious. Like,
and you can craft it. Is this multiplayer?
Well, he said it was like walking around shooting enemies. I was like, oh, it sounds like Path of Exile. Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Well, it's very. I think one of the bad things it has against it is it's extremely unpolished.
Oh.
Like there's a lot of like animation and it very like polygonal, like polygon stuff.
Polygonal.
Whatever.
It's a fun word to say.
Yeah, and it's way overpriced for what it is right now. It's $20. So
what the fuck?
Yeah.
20
Maybe
bucks?
I need to play it more, but I went pretty far through the story or pretty far through a few missions, and it just didn't really get much better for me.
Huh. All right. Then you played some Use Your Words. There's one more Indie Sunday we got to go through, which is the most recent.
My curator thing. Hold on.
What, your link?
Yeah, someone asked for it in chat. I forgot to link it the first time.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really sure how to link it.
I don't know. You spent a lot of time on whatever the fuck this game is. This
game is fucking fantastic.
Is this like are you the weather?
This game is Rock of Ages 2. Did you ever play Rock of Ages 1?
Kind of. I am familiar with it. This looks nothing like. Are you building a level?
No, I'm building obstacles against my opponent. And then we both have rocks, and you see the guys building in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah.
They're building my boulder, and that's what boulder I use to roll down. We both have identical maps, and he's building my boulder, and I've got to break into his castle, and he's got to try to break into mine. And in the meantime, while the boulder's being built, you build obstacles, and some of the obstacles are like towers and walls and shit like that. Some of the obstacles are a pasture of cows that if you run over them, they'll slow your boulder down. And some like you build like cannons or a balloon with a fucking lion tied on a string to the end. The thing is, this is totally like the gameplay is good. It is fun. It is exciting at times, and it's nothing stellar, but it is very fun. The major selling point of this game is the sense of humor. It's so obviously taken off of Monty Python.
Yeah.
They even have like the cutouts of like historical figures with their like, like puppet movements and stuff like that.
That's what I remember.
Like that, like God's hand, like dropping your boulder back down.
Do you control the boulder?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get
so cool.
I'm trying to get to his castle, and you get different boulders too as you progress through the game. Like this boulder I have is a exploding boulder. It does max damage, but you have to be aware you have a fuse, and if you roll over that fuse too many times, you'll explode in the middle of your run. So you have to like jump or position your boulder so you're not rolling over the fuse to light your bomb. So you have it at the end and you explode on the door rather than in the middle of the land. So these are all obstacles that he set up versus me. So he set up like walls. Oh, those are flip traps. Like you land on, they go boing, and they flip you off the map. He has like a fucking sandworm that grabbed me and tossed me
So you say he, is this AI? You might have already said, is this AI? Is this another player? Like,
Oh, it's AI.
okay.
But I say he and she because who you're fighting are historical people. Like I fought Joan of Arc. Like I rolled boulders against Joan of Arc. I rolled boulders against William Wallace. And one of the sense of humor is one of the first things you get, like tastes of what this game, like the humor feeling is about, is it shows this cardboard cutout of like a Mel Gibson-esque William Wallace, and he's like 5'4" or whatever. He's like, oh yes, and he's speaking in Scottish, like, yes, you heard of William Wallace? He's like, you're not him. And he's like, yes, I am. I've also heard he's 7 feet tall and he shoots fireballs out of his eyes and he shoots lightning out of his arse and stuff like that. And then you see like this 7 foot like figure grab the fake William Wallace, burn him with fucking eyeball fire, and then he farts down with lightning. He farts down like these buildings, and it turns out to be the actual William Wallace. And then at the end, you see who's on the ground? That's Adam and Eve. I squished them with my boulder, and now I'm dancing on them.
Yeah, this is what I remember of this game. Of the first one.
What's this game called?
Man. It's called Rock of Ages 2. This one's 2, and you don't need to play the first one.
The first one was really good,
one.
but yeah.
But yeah, you can just play this one. It's fucking awesome. I absolutely loved it. I played it for what, 4 hours?
Yeah, played it for a long time. For
3
sure.
hours. I played it for 3 hours and change, and I had a blast. The gameplay was fun. The matches are fairly quick. You learn the mechanics pretty well. You get power-ups as you beat people, and the cutscenes are fucking phenomenal.
Is this out yet, or did you get a code for it?
No, it's released.
Okay,
Full release.
I didn't know.
It is $15.
Okay.
But you'll see this is, and you get boss fights too. So one of the boss fights is the Thinker. Rodan's the Thinker.
Yeah.
See, that's where you want to hit him. I show you, like, hit him in the brain. And you know what makes his brain pop out?
What's that?
Can girls. So if you hear the you know the Thinker's like staring at these can girls, and I think you hear him whistle. There they are, and you hear him whistle, and his head pops out, and his brain comes out, and that's when you can hit him. See, it even shows it like the line. Oh,
it's weird.
Great. It's so Monty Python. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I remember this game just being as weird as what you just described and what we're seeing. So it seems like they've got that down. They've got it nice and weird.
It's a lot of fun.
The next game you didn't play for too long. Oh God, this one didn't have a gamma meter as well. What the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, this is another one of those. This is, I believe. No, that's not that. It's not that. This one is Evil Park.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Talk to me about Evil Park, Zeke.
Evil Park is $4. It's on sale for $3.60. Played for about 40 minutes, and while it had some good atmosphere and genuinely creepy assets, which it did, like there was some genuinely creepy ass shit. Like
what?
You'll turn around and I was like, holy fuck, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good little like prop.
The player models look kind of crazy.
Yeah. Genuinely creepy assets. It wasn't interesting and never hooked me. And I'm not a fan of fucking flashlight mechanics in any game. I hate batteries and flashlight mechanics. I fucking hate them. Give me a flashlight that lasts forever, or one that I can like, charge up just by shaking, like a kinetic flashlight. Don't give me ones that I have to fucking find batteries and then, fuck around in the dark. Anyway, I hate that. I hate flashlight mechanics. And it's $4, and that I think the last thing. Not a fan of flashlight mechanics in any game. $4 though, meh.
I wonder how many of these games that get put up in this state are like student projects or something similar.
Could be.
They're like, oh yeah, we'll throw it up on Steam and just make some money off of it.
But every once in a while you find a diamond in the rough. And I would say it's like I'm probably like 1 for 6 usually.
Yeah.
Like 5 bad games and then one that I really, really enjoyed, didn't see coming.
Right. Yeah, you played that for about an hour, and then you played Death Point. What is Death Point?
Death Point. Now, Death Point is a top-down stealth game where you sneak around. You can like it's like the old D&D maps that you could move through, like the interactable ones where you would see where your characters could see and it revealed things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So you're trying to get out of this prison. I don't know the story. Story's not super important. The dialogue is real cheesy sometimes.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
We're in this prison.
But the basic mechanics of the game are very fucking solid. It's very, like, punishes you for not being stealthy. And if you set off the alarms, you will get, like, 10 fucking guards that come and try and, shoot your ass. And especially if you don't have a gun or you're out of ammo, you're dead. So it definitely encourages stealth. So you go behind guys, like, you choke them out and see objective failed. Now, those are challenge objectives, which I think is a very cool touch in the game. Every level has, like, 3 challenges, like make it through without setting off alarms, don't shut off the cameras, whatever. There's 3 different challenges to each level, like that aspect. But it was a lot more technical than I expected. I had trouble with it because I wanted so badly to play it with a controller.
Oh.
I was having trouble doing the top down with the WASD keys.
They didn't have support or whatever.
I don't think they have controller support for it, but you kind of start to get it after a while, and you get you can distract them with bottles and that kind of thing. Solid mechanics, meh story. It's normally $14, but it's on sale for $9.79, and that's what I said in my review. I said I got it for less than $10, and it's worth that. I wouldn't pay any more than that.
Looks a little bit like Invisible Ink.
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know that game.
It's just very similar to this. All right. And then the final game. What? What is this? It's another horror game?
Oh, this game. Now, you're in the very worst fucking level. I hated this level.
That's way too far back. Sorry.
Yeah, I hated that level. However, this game surprised me. This game surprised me a lot. This game is called The Coma.
Like a COMA?
Yep.
Okay.
The Coma. That's the name of the game, and don't ask me why.
Are you in one?
You start off by looking at a person on a hospital bed that supposedly in a coma with an angel and a devil.
Okay.
And then
the
rest of the game is a runner. It's a runner platformer.
The hell?
First person runner platformer. And if you look down at the bottom, you see there's a meter going down.
Yeah.
You have to get to the light. So that's where the urgency comes in. So you have to keep moving. So there's an urgency. Like, once I'm in the light, you're fine. But if you're in the dark, your light meter starts going down. So you have to be in the light to recharge that. And once you're in the dark, it starts going down. So that's where it gets the runner urgency of it. It's a first-person platformer that is tough. There's one level in it that I didn't like because I didn't understand it so much. But the first level, people were asking me constantly in chat, why are you fucking keeping playing this game? Because the first it's brutal. It's one-shot kills.
Yeah.
Brutal. Like, if you miss one, you got to go all the way back to the beginning. No checkpoints. So you jump and you jump and you jump and you make these tough jumps and you fucking, okay, I made that one. Oh, God, I made that was okay. And then you keep going. You have to keep going. And then you take these elevators up and then you go, But, I mean, the levels in and of themselves are pretty fucking difficult, and they're kind of long, and they do get very frustrating. And I kept having to tell my chat, it's like, just because it's frustrating doesn't mean it's not fun. And it was so satisfying when I beat a level, because it was fucking hard. And I learned the patterns. And I would recommend this game if you like first-person platformers that are fucking frustrating and hard, but rewarding once you get them done. I definitely recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. And it's $3.
Oh.
I got through I think I played for an hour and 15 maybe.
Yeah.
And I got through 3 levels.
Is this the first level?
This is the first level. Yep.
So if you die, you got to do all this over again.
Yep.
Okay.
And see, this is me okay, I'm in the light. I'm cool. and then made it. Oh, made it. And then these green tiles. You fucking learn. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, they fall.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I didn't read that right. Oh, also, I was out of the light. If you're in this thing and you don't press continue and you're out of the light, you die.
Oh wow, I would have fucking quit right there.
Yeah, that would kind of piss me off. But I like being frustrated. I like being pissed because it really like motivates me to do it. But once you get through it, man, it's really rewarding. You're like, fucking door of light, I made it.
So Zeke, with that logic, is Bashi your favorite game of all time?
For all the shit that I get and for all the shit I've given and all that kind of shit, Bashi is still a fucking wonderful game. Okay. And it was one of the most satisfying experiences whenever I would beat a boss.
Yeah.
Whenever you beat a boss in that game, super satisfying.
Makes
and
sense.
it's going to be amazing when you go back and find.
When I go back and actually finish it, it's going to be great. Is that what you're going to say? Yeah, it's going to be great.
You got to do it sometime.
It's going to be great.
It has to happen. It's going to be your crowning achievement.
Oh, it'll be
on your gravestone.
It'll be a great day.
He lived, he died, but he beat Bashi.
But he's the Bashi.
He's the Bashi. Yeah, there you go. That's much more on brand. Oh god, you jumped.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't quit at Sonic. I didn't quit. I mean, I quit for a little bit, but I came back. I didn't quit at Mario. I quit for a little bit, but I came back. But that's the thing. You take a break, come back.
Yeah.
And that's the point of frustrating platforming games is that there you go. And you go down. You're like, motherfuck, and you start over again. Yep. The Coma is the name of the game.
Yeah. $3.
$3.
$3.
Loved it.
You
and
said
apparently there's, I want to say there's like 13 levels, and I got through. I think I only got through 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a decent amount. You said Sonic? Oh, you were talking about Bashi Sonic.
Yeah.
Not did you touch the new Sonic game that came out? Sonic Mania, I think maybe the name. Okay.
I never cared for Sonic.
Yeah, I never cared for Sonic at all either. There's a lot of nostalgia happening when when that game came out and people were kind of losing their mind over it. I was curious if you touched it at all. That was it on those Indie Sundays.
Yep. And then I played West of Loathing.
I remember did we talk about that?
I don't know if we did or not.
I've heard that
name before. But I talked about the sense of humor of it. It's a stick figure adventure game.
I feel like we talked about that, or you've said that name. I'm not sure. When did you play that? I don't see the VOD for it.
It's been a minute. Let's see. West of Loathing. There it is. Last played 8/17. Yeah, so it's been a minute.
Okay, I found the VOD. Let me look at the game, see if we talked about this. Oh, no, I don't think we did. Is it any good?
Yes, it's really good. It's a stick figure. It's an adventure game with a sense of humor. I'm not really sure how else to explain it. It's got these weird these jokes. If you see me walking around all funny, it's because one of the options you can select is wacky walking, or I can't remember the name of the actual option. But you check that box. Yeah, stupid walking. And every time you move, you walk in a fucking different way. Like you walk like a worm, or you walk on your hands, or you walk like just waving around, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's goofy. It's fucking goofy, and it's fun.
Huh.
You go to town. You solve problems for these people. I can't remember the actual gist of the story.
I mean,
and even their
like
Steam blurb is super short because there's not a lot to say about it. It's just really fun and funny. West Loathing, a slapstick comedy stick figure Wild West adventure role playing game. That's it. Huh. That's exactly what it is. And it's a lot of fun, man. It's $11. I'd say totally worth it.
It's walking is actually kind of cracking me up.
Yep. I know it did, but whatever spot.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
How much you said? You just said this, but how much was this?
$11.
$11. Okay.
Yep. Worth it.
Any sense on how much there is to do?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Did you beat it?
No, I only played it for a couple hours, but I'm guessing you could probably get like at least 8 or 9 out of it.
Wow.
With the kind of like the sense I got of it.
Chat's saying it's got an RPG similar to South Park. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be why you're super into
less
it.
straightforward potty humor, but
Yeah.
and no I think it's turn-based combat too. Is it? Fuck, I can't remember.
I
know it seems like it's but 2-3 weeks is a long fucking time.
Oh no, that's an eternity. I can't remember what happened 3 weeks
What was the name of
ago.
that one again?
West of
Loathing.
Oh yeah, it is. This is the combat right here. This is very South Parky.
It is turn-based. Okay, good.
Yeah. Huh.
Those graphics, though.
Yeah.
Target a tough-looking goblin.
Well, it's like it's rough looking. It's like it's bad graphics, but they're good looking bad graphics. If that
It's
makes
like
sense.
XKCD, right?
Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
is that what I'm
I
thinking
think
of?
that's the webcomic. If you're talking about the webcomic, that's what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Filthy Jag Horse Poker is my name.
Wait, why do they have? Why do they? Oh, those are their horns or something. They have hands on their head. I don't know. What
No,
that
they're
is.
goblins.
Oh, they're goblins.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, sure. Those are goblins. Those are cowboy-looking goblins, I guess. Well, that's a game. That was a lot of indie games.
Yeah, I had fun playing it. I definitely recommend that game.
Yeah.
I still have not.
What?
Nothing.
Are you basically Destiny 2 from here on out? Are you just not going to stream that, Zeke? What's your plan?
Oh, I'm definitely not streaming Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is so fucking boring to stream.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Like because
get
it's
that.
a zone out game. It's same with Final Fantasy. It's a zone out game. Like I don't want to talk. I just want to shoot things over and over again and get better items.
It could be there's a lot of different reasons, but I think maybe on Twitch a lot of people feel the same, that it's a little bit boring to watch. Me and Co were talking about it, but when people swap to that game, they never stay at the same viewers. They always drop from there no matter what the size is. So I think that's something that might be a shared experience or shared opinion across the table, but I'm still going to play the PC version of it, even if I don't stream.
Oh yeah.
Dude, like I've been saying the last few days, I'm doubting the hype will be there. I doubt it will be very big for the stream, but I can't wait to play Destiny 2 on PC.
We need
I'm just gonna enjoy it.
The three of us need to do strikes together or something like that. I'm totally down to do that.
Hell yeah, dude, I'm down.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. Well, let's do some shout outs. Call it a show. I think these are set up. Yeah, Zeke, do some shout outs.
You betcha. What up, everybody? Thank you to T-Rex for coming on and talking Destiny with us. Also, thank you to Co and JP, as always, for being the best co-host for 812 episodes that I could have asked for.
Yep.
I broadcast noon Pacific usually every day, except Friday, but I might be changing up my schedule just for convenience sake. But I will be casting after this because it's going to be a short cast probably. I will be casting probably in about, I want to say half an hour. I'm going to get some food. But I will be casting because I want to finish Mario plus Rabbids, and I don't have that much left, I don't think. So if you want to see the exciting conclusion of Mario plus Rabbids, it'll be happening after this. So
Nice.
that's all I got. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Ezekiel_I. All the same.
Awesome. For some reason, I don't know what you said, but it sparked a memory that I played Quake Champions on a sponsored stream last week. That game's actually still the same, and I wish people played it and enjoyed watching it. But man, does that game not get any... It just has no one watching it at all. It's a rough-ass game to stream.
Is it like out now?
It's in... So when I played it before, it was alpha. It's in early access now that you can buy into for $30. When it releases, it'll be free to play. So they're kind of going down that whole path. But I really feel like it's going to go the way of like what Lawbreakers just went through, where it's got people playing it, but those I have no idea. I actually am gonna load up Steam stats right now. Or is it Steam Spy? What's the website on Lawbreakers? I'm really curious to see. 66,000 people own Lawbreakers. Is that right? I guess. I don't know. I think it's probably going to go that way, though. I don't think that many people are going to play it. But yeah, I forgot I played that. That was like a 2-hour stream or something. Go do some shout-outs.
Hey everyone, I am Co as always, and thanks to JP and Zeke, and also thanks to T-Rex earlier for taking some time out of his Destiny 2 schedule to talk with us. That was very cool. Anyway, I am Co. I have been very tired this whole episode. Appreciate you guys putting up with my my almost falling asleep here. But you can find me every day at 8 a.m. over my channel. We're finishing up XCOM 2 right now. Then we'll probably get some more PoE on there. And then maybe finish Divinity Original Sin 1 before 2 comes out. I don't know. And then we've got Divinity Original Sin 2 right around the corner. And then it's going to be October. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching. And hope to see you guys then.
I looked up the stats for Lawbreakers. Current players at this very moment. What do you guys think? What's the number? Throw some number. How many people are playing Lawbreakers right now?
The max was 66?
I think that's how many people owned it on Steam.
Let's go with right now this second.
7,000.
3,500.
211. It's real rough. If I'm reading this correctly, I believe I'm reading this correctly. The 30-day average is 715.
Now, wait, are there different places that you can play the game that wouldn't show up there?
There
maybe?
might
Do
be
they
a
have, like-
Nexon client, because it is Nexon. They probably have their own launcher, I would think. But that seems
That's
kinda
still,
rough.
regardless, that's rough.
It's rough.
Even worse part about this is on this show 2 years ago, we said pretty much that this is the exact thing that would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's unfortunate.
I wonder how many people are still playing, like, I guess Overwatch would be the biggest one of that genre right now. I wonder how many people are
And
still playing
it's getting more popular.
You
all
think?
The time.
Yeah. Huh. Well, anyways, trends are fun. That's it though. We're done. We'll see you next week. Any big game? Any big releases next week?
Next week is Divinity Original Sin 2 on Thursday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they wanted to do something, but we couldn't do that.
And the Dishonored DLC.
Yes, Death of the Outsider.
Oh,
Death
nice.
of the Outsider.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are either
Death 2, Death of, Death on, whatever.
are
Some
either
preposition.
are either of you going to play the new Life is Strange prequel shit that just came out? I don't know if you guys were big Life is Strange people.
I had it on my calendar, and then I went, I really should play the first one, and then, better game came out.
They I think it was Waypoint tweeted out a review that they changed the voice actor for the main character, and the new voice actor is like really fucking bad, and they said it kind of ruined the game for them. So I don't know. Maybe we'll try to get a guest that's played it or looked into it. That's it for the show. See you guys next week for more. Probably talking Destiny. I might jump in. I might jump into it. We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
All right. We're out. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.